Hey gang, Aaron Fisher here with another episode of the Card Magic Minute. This is my chance to share with you some of the profound but simple lessons that my students are learning all the time when we work together during the course of my online personal training program. I just recently got an email that I wanted to share with you today from a fan named Tanner Rush, who wanted to know my thoughts on bridge size cards. And his basic story is this. He got into Magic a short time ago, had a hell of a time learning how to do anything, went over to bridge size cards and discovered everything got easier, everything got sensible, it stopped being such a challenge, and they feel great to him. Except now it's begun to occur to him that he's going to have a problem doing Magic with anyone's unprepared deck of cards wherever he goes, and that perhaps he won't even be able to use any of the special tricks and mysteries that he's lucked into from various online dealers because they're not going to be compatible with the cards that feel the most comfortable to him. And then he goes on to ask some very reasoned questions about whether or not these bridge-size cards are permissible under any circumstances or whether they will just literally be a no-no all the time. Well, it seems clear from Tanner's particular story that they had some value to him because just working with them for a few months allowed the stuff with the poker cards to get easier. But I would say, and now this is specifically to Tanner and the rest of you can listen if you'd like, that now that you've gotten rid of those, my friend, I think you've made the right choice and I think you're going to be happy from this point forward with the choice that you've made. It reminds me very much of a story about one of my favorite card men today, a guy named Keith Brown, who I first met when he was 15 or so years old, and he showed up at the Sorcerer's Safari Magic Summer Camp, where it was a chance for him to meet a lot of his heroes, and where me and a lot of my friends do a lot of teaching during the summer. It's a really incredible special summer program where we get to do things like read Erdnase by the lake during swim time and really get a lot of one-on-one, really powerful educational time. And it's in fact just the sort of experience, one-on-one experience in a lot of these cases, that sort of led me to wanting to put together the personal training program in the first place, because I see exactly how well people improve and how quickly when you just have the one-on-one back and forth dialogue that can take place with real ongoing short even lessons. So Keith showed up his first year at camp with a big smile because he was a very skilled young man and a bridge-sized deck of cards. And he came into card class and he met the gang and he met our strong breed of card campers. And he became disappointed at once to find out that not only did everybody on the quad, so to speak, use poker-sized cards, but no one was even really willing to look at his bridge-sized card tricks as being card tricks done with a regular deck of cards. It's like using a baby basketball or a junior-sized guitar. The simple truth of the matter is, whether you have one hand or two hands, or you're missing a finger, or you're not missing a finger, or one of your fingers is hyperextended, as one of my students has, and it can't bend because it's got nerve damage. The simple truth of the matter is, cards themselves are playing cards. And the thing that makes it exciting for us to do Magic with playing cards, and this is for me, and this is certainly when I was your age, Tanner, is I felt like what I wanted to do was playing Magic with cards anytime, any place, anywhere, in any condition. To me, that's what really was exciting about learning card Magic in the first place. Now, it took us a couple days to break through to Keith the message that all he had done was for naught unless he could do it with poker-sized cards. I won't say that there were tears, but it was a rough day because I'm not sure Keith understood whether we were being his friends or not when we shared this information with him. But I do know this. Within a couple days, at a large campfire ceremony, it was a lot like the Burning Camper, would be the name of the festival if I was going to name it. Keith sprung his playing cards, his bridge-sized cards, into a trash can, and all the children were rejoicing. And Keith shortly learned what Tanner will learn, hopefully, shortly after this video, which is this. All you have to do is eliminate bridge-sized cards from your brain, and you will very, very quickly learn to do comfortably anything that was making you uncomfortable about poker-sized cards. It's just when you're first facing that wall before you of card magic, of learning to climb up and traverse that wall of card magic, anything that could make it easier, from a lotion to a special pad to put your playing cards on to a special sized deck, seems to you like a way of making things easier. And of course, at that stage, it is. But know this. If you learn to do Magic with a pad, and only with a pad, you'll never know what to do when someone hands you a deck of cards at a glass table and says, show me some magic. And if you only learn how to do magic with a bridge-sized deck of cards, you will literally be hampering your ability to do real card magic with playing cards for the rest of your life. You're a young man, and in addition to this, Tanner, you sent me a picture of your hands. Brother, they're just about the same size as mine. So I know that your hands personally are more than big enough to learn the sleight of hand that you need to learn with poker-sized cards. So that's this episode of the Card Magic Minute. I want to thank Mr. Tanner for taking the time and having the courage to write us a really helpful, useful question and letter. I want to say that because you are able to do that, a lot of other people who needed to know this information got it today because of you, Mr. Tanner, and I'll be sending him some magic to thank him for that. For the rest of you, if you have any questions, comments, or ideas for further episodes of the Card Magic Minute, you can email me. I'm Aaron at Aaron Fisher Magic. You can follow me on Twitter at Aaron Fisher Card, and you can find me on Facebook. My fan page is Aaron Fisher, Sleight of Hand Artist. Thanks again so much for listening and watching, and we will see you really soon.